Is the goal perfection?
My OCD would say yes, but no, of course not. It's not ever what I teach my students.
Was
I think it's just getting better day by day. Like you've perfected the person who you were yesterday and you're better in whatever sense that may be, whether it's spiritually, physically, you're working out, you're trying to get better at a certain hobby. You're just, continuing to be consistent to that commitment and to honoring this brings me happiness and joy. So I need to continue doing it. Because the second you stop that is when I think you fall back into those old mindsets and patterns.
Have you read James Clear, Atomic Habits?
I haven't.
You would love that.
Okay, well, give me a
One of my biggest takeaways from that is about goal setting and how he goes on a rant for like 2 chapters about why goal setting is a bad idea and to not set goals and what you should really do. When we set goals, we focus on a future event, something that we want to in the future, and we're just focusing on that. And he argues, James Clear, what we ought to do is we ought to focus and the goal be what is required to achieve that.
Yeah.
And the goal is to do what is required every single day to achieve that, and slowly we'll move towards that instead of just putting the focus on that.
I believe in that as well. Because if you focus on that outcome and in your mind, you're only thinking about getting that outcome in a certain way,
right,
you're limiting how it can come to you.
Right.
But yeah, again, if you're not on that right frequency to accept it, then you might go a different path of what you want to do. Not that that is a bad path or the wrong path. I think wherever everybody ends up is where they're meant to be to learn those lessons. But I think it could be easier.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this struggle that you have to fight to become successful, that you have to put all of this, hard work and it'd be so stressful. Like it doesn't have to be that. Of course, you need to put action into what you want, but it can be fun and free flowing and kismet.
That's one of the things that humans were really good at, complicating our lives.
We are. Why do people do that?
That's like chasing the little thing right in front of you instead of looking at the bigger picture.
Gratification.
It's the instant gratification. It never pays off. And we know it doesn't. And I think as you get older, you're like, all right, I'm not going for the cheese.
Exactly.
I'm not chasing the cheese.
Yeah.
I know where it goes. But then, sometimes doing the right thing, let's say, it's kind of boring. It's just like so then you have to kind of redefine, well, what is fun now? Fun needs to have a new definition and it needs to be redefined. Like my personal story, my example is hanging out with my son and my wife. That is like, before I was married, fun had a different definition, but now just like seeing my son play in the house with his little train track and his toys, or just saying Papa and calling for me. Like things like that I'm getting emotional now. It's just like, that's the best stuff. That's the gold right there. That's
priority shit.
Yeah, that's fun for me to see my son having fun and joyful. It's just, it just brings tears to me. Always.
Incredible.
It's amazing.
And then you're going to instill this new knowledge in him and he's going to learn it sooner than you did.
Yes. That's what I always tell Maida. I'm like, my son is going to be like, by the time he's 15, he's like ready to go. He's not going to wait. He's not going to be 35 dealing with the things that I put myself through.
Hey guys, I'm Katt Watts. If you like this type of content, then get over here to click that episode. Watch the full thing. See you next.